Oh, guys, do you know what? Something just feels really right about this, you know? The last few months since I got the computer and all the stuff set up, all my videos have been kind of fewer and further between, and I've been trying to do it more on the computer and whatever. But today, I find myself at work, and I find myself in the car wanting to record a video, and I'm like, oh, I know how to do this. If you are new to the channel, this is the way like 99% of my videos used to be done until really since March, April time. I prefer it. I think some people tell me the screen doesn't look as good when I screen record on the phone and do a video, but the way I think of it is if you're watching this on your phone, the screen should be perfect. So yeah, I'm gonna just mess about with SoRare for a little second to just kind of show you like. So we did the power hour the other night. We went and picked up some new cards. We went and got a Paulinho. I'm not gonna lie, guys, I didn't fully understand the extent of his injury when I bought him. I thought it was just a little injury. Then as soon as I bought him, I went, right, when's he back? And I checked it was a cruciate ligament. I was like, for fuck's sake, did not need to buy him now. We got a Zaniolo and we got an Alban Lafont, which is nice. And yeah, you don't need to see the gallery. You can go and check it out, sorare.com, and then just search for me, Quinny, and you can go and have a look at all my cards. You can see what I paid for them when I got them, all that good stuff. But what I want to show you today is on the little side tab here. So they've changed it from SO5 Fantasy to just play, which I really like. It's much easier to understand if you're new, and you just go, okay, well, that's where the action is, play. You open this up and then you get all the tournaments. You can go back and check all the historical ones. I've not really ever done this, so I can't, with the ones I haven't entered. So I don't know what extent you'd want to see scoring and all that kind of stuff, but it's all visible. You can go back and check it all out as far as back in time as you want. But what I want to show you the now, right, is it's basically how I've got myself set up at the moment. Okay, so I don't really have many players playing football over this time period, August 4th to 7th. I'm thinking the next game week I'll probably have a full team eligible to make a good stab at D4, maybe D3. With the different divisions, you've got a different power cap there. Now, what that multiplier signifies is the sum total of the multiplier of the cards that you are entering. So by default, if you're going to go into Division 1, you kind of know that you're going to be up against unique cards and high-powered super rares and whatever. So the first thing you're doing when you're trying to get your team established is work out where you're going to try and attack. So I've just been doing D4 every week because on paper it should be the easiest one. Now, if you are new, the first 4 weeks you get access to the rookie tournament. Now, I made a mistake with this. So you can enter in the rookie tournament 4 times and then it disappears. You don't see it on your dashboard anymore. Now, I didn't ever enter it once because out of the common cards, you can only use commons in it, that I had a lot of Belgian League defenders, so I couldn't actually make a common squad fit the rookie. So I didn't ever get into it. One or two guys I've been chatting to that have hit the links in the description below and joined SoRare, they've managed to get into the rookie tournaments and actually pull some prizes out of it. So I definitely recommend you do that. You only get 4 attempts at it before it disappears, as I said. But what happened to me was I entered Division 4 times, and then the rookie one, I'd entered 4 tournaments, so the rookie is now left my dashboard, which is a wee bit disappointing, but it's not the end of the world for me. Now, once you've done that, you then get access to the training centre, right? And this is where I kind of wanted to... So, D4, you can see the lineup. So, you hit on D4, it tells you what the prizes are for the participation ones, the main ones most people will be shooting for in terms of your... So, the points there is how much points that they've garnered from their performance. And then being in a top percentile gets you different cards, okay? So the squad I'm submitting in, you hit this little pro button in the bottom left and it shows you who they're playing in their last 5 scores, which is lovely. So I've got the Roma boys playing Sevilla, and I don't have anyone else playing this week that's in my gallery. So I'm just going to put my 2 common cards in there that I'm going to be using again very soon. Ronaldo and Vlasic with the Russian League coming back. The reason I'm still entering this is, number 1, it doesn't cost me anything. And number 2, these cards will gain XP from being submitted. Then underneath this, what I've got is my training centre. Now, once you've done the 4 rookie tournaments, I'll say it again, you then get access to the training centre. And what I've done, and this really helps me, and I highly recommend you do this, this really helps me mentally compartmentalise what I've got in my gallery, what I need in my gallery, what I'm overloaded with, etc. Okay, so team number 1, I think this is my Belgian team. Yeah, so I've got my little Belgian team here. So I've got my goalkeeper. I've ended up with 2 defenders. Van Hoesten I'm a big fan of, and Sardella I've spoke about before. I'm not going to bore you with that. Wee Mats Dali and Crepin Diatta. Okay, so I'm quite happy with that. Wee bit defender heavy. I think goals and assists are so high powered on this that you definitely want firepower in your team. So I don't really know how that'll pan out. I could maybe do it for another Belgian attacker or attacking midfielder type. But I'm happy enough with that. My second lineup, I think this might be my French kind of lineup. Yeah, so I've got my goalkeeper, I've got my defender, I've got my midfielder. I need another kind of attacking player, but the Russian league comes back about the same time as the French league, so I've just put Jordan Larson in there. And then I've got my main man, Memphis. So I'm quite happy with that. And then, let's see, the next one, I think this is a little mix and matchy squad. Yeah, so I've got Schubert, I've got my SR Trippier, I've got Lee Kang-in, I've got Ferran Torres, and I've got my injured Paulinho. And then the last one, I think, is my MLS squad. So I've got my backup goalkeeper, he's on rotation, he's 24, I'm happy to hold. Got my big defender, my nice midfielder, and then my two strikers, which are not the premium strikers you're going to get in MLS, or not Diego Rossi's or Carlos Vela's or anything, but both these guys, I'm really happy with the prices I got them for. And yeah, so I can see that, and I know, right, okay, I've got 5 really nice lineups there. And I can do different combinations of them, depending on who's playing, who's in form, when all the football gets back and all the kind of fixture schedules are all kind of married up again. But then what I do is I go to add another team. Now, I know I can't actually get another team because I don't have another goalkeeper. But what I do is I just hit this extra button, and then I can see exactly who is left over. So I've got these guys left over. They haven't been assigned in a training camp squad or my D4 squad. So as you can see there, I've got Jairzinho, SoRare, Cruz, and Zelalem, 4 midfielders. I've got João Philippe, 1 striker. And then I've got Chancellor Mbemba and Danny Wilson, 2 defenders. So I could definitely get another lineup into the training centre if I was to capture myself another goalkeeper. And the more you're on this, you will realise that goalkeepers, because there is less of them in football squads, just by virtue, you know, you only really get 2 or 3 in a squad, and we don't have all the squads in the world available on this, that the goalkeepers do command a premium, especially goalkeepers that play, goalkeepers that are young, goalkeepers have high potential. They're always going to be much, much more expensive. To use my example of Sisniga, I don't mind having him. He's a rotation option and he's young. And yeah, so I'm not too fussed with that. So you don't always need to go and get the biggest, baddest goalkeeper, you know, a Maximenko or a Lafont or an Oblak. You know, you can go and get yourself a cheap and cheerful goalkeeper and then have them so you can get in our squad submitted into the training centre to rank up your cards, so that when you are going to use, in my case, you know, João Philippe, Chancellor Mbemba, Jairzinho, whatever, then I've got them powered up so that when I'm ready to use them, I'm getting maximum points out of them as well. So yeah, I just wanted to give you a wee kind of walkthrough. So then what you do is you submit your 5 players, the fixtures tick on, they get points, and let's actually go back and I'll show you. So the last game week that just finished, I got some good points. It all came from Medina, really. So I finished 78th, which is brilliant. Now, I didn't hit the threshold for the points, which was unfortunate, because I could have got myself into a really good card situation had I got a couple of points on the board. But didn't have, you know, Ronaldo didn't play, Mancini didn't play, Paul Lopez didn't play, so that's a real sore one, you know. But my Medina, he scored 13. I made him my captain. That's where that little gold thing is. So he gets a double multiplier. So you can see my Medina alone, for scoring in a losing match, bagged me 181 points. So I'm quite chuffed with that. As for the common cards, I'll show you. So I've got Ronaldo, right, who's probably the best card in the game. And I won a Jairzinho a few weeks ago. I wonder if I can find the week that I hit the thing. It might have been this one. But even your common cards, guys. So there's Paul Lopez, a common card, a 4.8 score and a goalkeeper. The multiplier is really small because he's not been ranked up yet, and the score works out pretty well. Ronaldo, yeah, it wasn't his best week. 2-1 loss to Udinese. Vlasic, good score, low multiplier, didn't make him captain. I don't think, actually, you can't make your commons captain. But the commons, guys, are worthwhile. I definitely recommend you rank them up. Now, the commons cannot go into the training centre. Commons can only be used in actual divisions, you know. So I highly recommend, if you don't actually have players playing, don't just forget about it and not submit a squad. Definitely at least submit your commons and try and get them ranked up as best you can. Because when I've got Ronaldo now up to level 5, and you know, the higher he goes, the bigger that XP gets, then it's definitely going to bag me some rewards, because he does score so high. You know, when he does score goals, look at the Lazio game there, 26 points. Sampdoria game, 10 points. You know, so if I'm getting a multiplier of, at the moment, 3 on all of that, then for a common card, that's insane. You may not have a common Ronaldo, but I'm sure you'll have a strong common card. They're pretty much all the commons that have been dished out that I see people do tend to have you know, some strong players dotted in around there. If you do click on the link in the description below, you do get a higher chance of pulling out more better cards. I think it's like 10% or something like that is what they're saying. 18 plus, gamble aware, blah blah blah, all that fun stuff. But I'm really looking forward, guys. As you can see with the lineups I've got in with the gallery, once we get into the middle of August, I'm going to have a lot of cards that are going to be doing a lot of damage in a lot of different competitions, and this is when it's really going to hype up. Now, SoRare has been great for me so far. I've really enjoyed my time on it, and I think it's very similar. I'm getting a lot of deja vu from when I joined Footstock and it was virtuals only before real football came back, in the sense that there's this great anticipation, there's a new customer base, things are moving on, and because the marketplace is supply and demand orientated as well as quality of cards, the trading potential is pretty high as well, you know. So I'm really happy, guys, and I wanted to show you this little video just because I was messing about on my phone and I felt like doing a video, and I just thought this would be a nice little way to show you like how, if you do have a gallery, you've got a couple of players, how to try and dice it up as best you can in a nice little way. Another thing I'll show you, actually, I'll save that for another video because I'm quite happy with the length of time we've went for here. If you're new around here, guys, and you haven't joined SoRare, Footstock or Football Index already, I've got links down below to get you all the free stuff you need to jump on any of those platforms. Make sure you do subscribe to the channel. Like, share, subscribe, retweet, all that good stuff, guys. Stay out of trouble, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.